Hey friends, Dave here with Transfer Express, and today I want to talk about a question I get asked often by small apparel decorators just starting out, and that is, why aren't my t-shirts selling online? Now, there isn't a cover-all magic solution immediately to spark sales. Today we're going to cover 5 troubleshooting tips and tricks so that you could set yourself up for success, regardless of where you are selling your apparel, from marketplaces like Etsy or even your own online store. So are you ready? Let's get into it. If you are new to Transfer Express, we are the world's largest supplier of custom screen printed and digital heat transfers, heat presses, free customizable designs, wholesale apparel, and expert advice to help grow your t-shirt business. If you haven't already, subscribe. We're kicking out new videos like this one every single week. Now, getting right into it, at number 1, you're not selling t-shirts because no one is seeing your products. It's the unfortunate truth when a lot of decorators are just starting out, and it all comes down to SEO, or search engine optimization. Now, by SEO, I don't exclusively mean Google or Bing, but marketplaces like Etsy heavily rely on search traffic in their own ecosystem to show relevant products. You could remedy this by ensuring that you have keywords or phrases in your product titles and descriptions that are similar to what people will search. Just search Etsy for what you think your customers would type in to find your products. Say like Charleston t-shirts, and take note of what is in the titles for everybody else on that first page. Now you're gonna see terms that are spot on, like Charleston t-shirt, Charleston shirt, Charleston tee, crew neck, pocket tee, or other things like bachelorette party. Maybe Charleston girls trip, or even retro tee tossed in there too. Trendy, and maybe vacation shirt. Be descriptive and take inspiration from those listings at the top of the results. Now be specific and direct. With just a couple searches yourself, you're going to start to see some trends and get great ideas for your own products. Another strategy too is paying for advertising placement on specific keywords, say for Etsy, or specific interests on social media. But I will caution against spending too much right up front because we still have 4 more reasons to cover why your t-shirts aren't selling. You're gonna wanna ensure you're giving your products the best chance to sell before you're throwing any money behind them. So only consider paying for ads after you watch the rest of this video. Which brings us to number 2. Your product photos aren't the best. Just clicking around and taking notes on what you see across t-shirt product listings, you're typically going to see a main image that's eye-catching, maybe a stylized shot with some props to complete the whole lifestyle vibe. Maybe it's a stack of shirts showing all of the different colorways available. Maybe it's a lifestyle shot showing how it looks on a model that should look like your target audience, I might add. So if you're doing, say, hiking shirts for an outdoor brand, your model should be outside with maybe a backpack on, looking outdoorsy. You get the idea. And most likely, you should identify with your target audience. Think what visuals would draw you in, and that's the easiest way to go about it. Now, in addition to those eye-catching shots, you're going to want to support your product with a nice show and tell. This is your opportunity to do it, and a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? I have a few rules for apparel product photos that you should include. Number 1, you should have that one shot on a model to show the fit of the garment. People want to see how it looks when it's worn. Number 2, you should have one stylized shot like we mentioned earlier that's eye-catching and is going to grab your prospective customer. Number 3, you should have a flat product shot that shows the entire garment. Is there printing on the back? Show it. Is there a small print on the sleeve or down on the bottom hem? Show it. Next, you should have a detail shot of just the artwork itself. Try to show the quality of the print. Does the fabric show through it? And then finally, showing a measurement chart for exact sizing and fit has been widely popular for high converting products on Etsy. This is your chance to build confidence and value in your product and ease any purchase anxiety before your customers even get there. Now, I do want to mention, you don't necessarily need to hire a photographer or invest in expensive cameras and lighting setups. We actually put together a whole video on how your phone can take some really nice product pictures if you're on a budget. We'll link that one right here and down in the description below. Now, of course, sometimes photo shoots just don't fit into the plan, and we've seen tons of successful Etsy stores using just apparel mock-ups. Try to use that digital art overlay on the exact garment that you are printing on, just to help your customer understand exactly what they're going to be buying. Now, next up is the product description. Fill it out, being as descriptive as you can while building in those keywords that we talked about earlier. I always say, write it like you're describing your product to a family member or friend. Be conversational, and don't be afraid to throw some personality behind it too. This is your chance for your brand voice to shine. But I will stress, you want to be talking about the product. Like for t-shirts, what brand is it? Fabric, fit, or style? How is it decorated? Is it super soft? Does it shrink? Is there washing instructions? Maybe even a little blurb about you as a creator or your store. What to expect for a shipping timeline or even a production timeline if your item's handmade. Answer all those questions that your customers are going to have before they even have to ask them. Now, working through the keywords and those search terms helps build the search relevancy for your project, but too much can really overdo it. And if it just sounds like a whole bunch of jargon, you're not helping yourself or your customers. You're just stuffing keywords in there. So again, make it conversational and easy to read. Now, the last tip here for your description, proofread everything. For spelling and grammar, it just takes another minute to go through your listing. Now, if you don't have the eye for detail to check it over and get it right, what makes your customer have the confidence that you're not going to take that same level of care with their order? Look professional, and your products will reflect that. Next, number 4, a cohesive brand look. You're looking to build trust with every interaction your customers make with you online. Now, this is super important for those standalone online stores. You want to ensure that you have a consistent aesthetic throughout. Nothing looks more unprofessional than different sized product photos all in the same line, or a whole bunch of different colors or elements, or even aesthetics that don't work well together. It can make a store look cluttered, not thought out, and well, not trustworthy. If you look professional, your customers are already going to assume that your products are too. Etsy customers may click through to your store or profile to gain confidence in you as a creator and a small business. Try to have that consistent look. It looks super pro even if you are just starting out, and it's going to be a huge step up against your competition. Now, think of your online store as your own retail shop. Stores that are well organized with displays that match aesthetics or show off seasonal styles together draw more customers in. And finally, we're going to arrive on our last tip I have for you today, and that is don't give up. It's super discouraging to put in a ton of work and set up your store and then not see a single sale. It takes weeks and sometimes even months for the search algorithms to pick up your products once traffic starts flowing to your pages. Too many people get discouraged too quickly and shut it all down because of expectations to be selling thousands in just the first couple weeks. Setting realistic expectations and goals that you could control is by far the best way to keep your head up. Set goals like uploading X number of new product photos per week, or creating content to advertise your brand on social media, or maybe just by adding X number of different colorways for your products. Anything other than I want 200 sales by the end of the month. The brands that you admire didn't grow that way, and odds are it took months, if not years, of keeping at it to get where they're at. Each step doesn't seem far, but little by little, when you look back in just a couple months, you're going to be farther up that mountain than you were when you started. And if you made it this far in the video, I have full belief that you are dedicated enough to have great success in your business, whatever that looks like for you. Now, I hope this helps you and your new business grow. Here at Transfer Express, we are dedicated to helping apparel businesses of all sizes succeed. If you have any success tips of your own, let us know down in the comments section below. And be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the helpful educational and inspirational videos that we're posting every single week. But until next time, I'm Dave. Happy pressing.